Welcome back to the Other Controller podcast. It's the usual crew doing what we usually do.
Suck a dick.
We don't normally do that. No, we don't. I love how that's kind of caught on as a catchphrase.
It hasn't.
The usual crew doing what we usually. You coined it. How the fuck can you?
Yeah. Actually, no. Looking back at the other podcast, I wasn't the first one to say that. Big was.
Yes, you were.
I'm gonna pull it up. Not right now, but I'm gonna pull it up. Watch.
Pull it up.
Not right now.
We got time.
Way too many episodes to go through. One of the intros, Big said that.
We got time.
I doubt it.
Proof it didn't happen.
All right. I think it was like right after you did it.
I will provide proof.
No, it was. He probably cut out the part when he did it, so someone else did it the next week.
So it's just me.
Yeah. So you started it.
No. So you're the one
of the older one from the first season. I'll find it.
Did you turn your camera on, you weirdo?
Wait, I'm the weirdo and you're demanding that I turn my camera on? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Everybody else has their fucking camera on.
I'm being a trendsetter, whatever.
No, you're not. You're just being weird.
Okay, I'm being fucking weird.
You are being weird.
What do we want to jump into first?
Well,
I mean, even set that up.
Fucking smart ass.
Fucking shit.
I think we have one major topic, so we could just keep that for the end.
Yeah, I want to keep that for the end.
So the weird thing, so like I've been getting into like fighting games, and the one weird thing I thought about, which I thought would be super sick, is we're getting like a whole mess of remasters and stuff. And a lot of people, they were having speculation that we'd never see like a remaster of Marvel vs. Capcom because they don't have the license to do it. Like their thought process was that it would be kind of hard to get Capcom and I think Disney and Marvel all together to bring back everybody for Marvel vs. Capcom. But what was interesting is that there's a 1UP arcade cabinet coming out with all of the like Marvel versus Street Fighter and then Street Fighter versus X-Men. So I thought it'd be cool if we could get like a Capcom compilation.
The way you ended that statement sounded like you had more to say, so I was a little confused.
I mean, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck you guys are laughing at.
Oh, nothing, dude.
Oh.
There we go.
I mean, yeah, I thought it would be really cool to get like one of those Street Fighter compilation or like Mega Man compilations from Capcom. It'd be pretty sick.
Oh, dude, if they did a Mega Man one, I'd lose my shit.
They do. They have all the compilations. They have the Mega Man X series, and then they have the regular Mega Man collection. I was saying, like, because Capcom is known pretty much for, at least now, for putting out those compilations on the Switch and on the, like, all the regular game consoles. So I thought it'd be cool if they would have made one for, like, all of the Marvel versus Street Fighter franchises.
I don't know, I feel like I'm the odd one out when it comes to compilations for older games. Like, I don't know, like, sometimes I just don't want to play the older games. I personally prefer remakes rather than remasters. Like, because some games do not age well, man. It is fucking rough when you go back and play them.
Well, I mean, for that specific, it's a fighter. So, I mean...
No. I mean, not every game. You know, there are some
agree. Yeah, I agree with you on
yeah.
most of the parts. Like, for example, funny enough, like, that could probably lead into our next topic. I decided to opt in for the Xbox Insider or Halo Insider for the trial for Halo 3. And there were some issues initially. They sent out an email stating that we had gotten the access to the public beta, but for whatever reason they had sent out a mass chain of emails, but they didn't send out the codes yet. But they got that resolved later on throughout the night. And like I was playing it. You know, just fucking. I don't even care. I don't even want to talk about this shit anymore. Just fucking play it. My God, you guys are fucking 5 years old, dude.
That wasn't even funny.
It's not even the stuff being said. It's laughing at everyone else laughing. Like, what the fuck?
Like, you didn't watch Big just fucking boop his fucking panda's nose?
No, I was
like super subtly. Just
I was taking notes and listening to what Boom was saying.
I think we talked about this in the past, but what was your guys' favorite Halo? I'm
3.
I was really not a fan of Reach. That was my least favorite by far.
Funny enough, that's the one that I did the best in when I was looking at my service record for like the online shit.
Yeah,
that was the one that I did the best in. But
my two favorite
were three.
ODST and Reach were my two favorite ones.
See, I never played a lot of
like the
competitive
prequels.
Halo. The what?
You like the prequels?
Well, ODST came out after, but it was kind of like a side story to 3. It was kind of happening at the same time. And Reach I enjoyed because it was a really dark story versus like, Master Chief saving a fucking day. It was more like, spoilers if you haven't played it by now, whatever. It's like nobody fucking made it except for one person.
It's
just
been up
super
for like 8
fucked.
years.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Just that one person, I'm meaning to play it. Well, fucking, it's out on everything under the sun. So
I never played a lot of the PvPs in Halos, but I did like 2.
Dude, that's what's so man. I'm so fucking depressed about this shit. I was so fucking good like when I was in high school and like when that shit was out. But now I get on there, I'm getting fucked. Like I can't take a step without getting headshot. It's like the most ridiculous shit ever, and it's annoying as fuck.
It's either that or throwing grenades up the gravity ramp, the elevator, and then landing on them.
It's like Valorant sweat times 2. It's fucking atrocious.
I think the issue with Halo is the fact that there was no or little recoil. So you just ran around just one dinking kids full sprint. They didn't give a shit. There was no sway, no nothing.
The controls on the because I have it because I have Game Pass, so I had it on the Xbox too. So funny enough, the day before I got the email for the test pilot or whatever, I was playing it on my console, and I was like, man, I can't wait till they come out with the PC remaster, because this shit's fucking garbage for controller.
I mean, what's really the problem with it though? Per controller.
So you can't bind like your ADS to the trigger, and then like when you're jumping, it's weird. It doesn't let you go high enough for the sensitivity, and it has to be toggle ADS, and there's only ADS on certain guns.
Yeah,
and it's not like the one thing that gets on my nerves is it's not like Valorant or CS:GO, to where the highest it'll go is like maybe 1 or 2 tiers high. When you're trying to fucking shoot somebody across the map that's like 4 fucking stories high without ADS, it's like you're kind of fucked. And especially because I'm at a super disadvantage, because when I was good at the game, I was playing on controller, and now I'm playing on keyboard and mouse. It's fucking ridiculous. It's really bad.
Yo, when was Halo Infinite announced?
A couple years ago.
Yeah, that's the one that's coming out for. It's supposed to be a launch title for the Xbox. Yeah.
Yeah.
For the new one.
I just saw a little thing here saying it's supposed to have a one-shot camera like God of War, which I really liked about it. But I don't know how they're gonna pull that off in a first-person shooter.
What is that? What are
for God of War,
seamless transitions between
no
cinematics and in-game. It's simple. Like when it's gonna be a cinematic or in-game cinematic, the camera will just pull back, blah blah blah, and then it'll zoom back into a first person.
For God of War, there's no like loading screen. There's no cuts. It's all one shot of a camera, which is cool. It's very cool to watch, and it's very atmospheric to do.
See, but like my thing with Halo is like I get through the story once, I play a little bit of Horde, or I forgot what their name for it is, a firefight. I play a little bit of firefight, and then it's just PvP the entire time. But I don't know, dude, I'm not good at it anymore. It's fucking depressing.
Those are like one of those games though, like if you just instantly picked it up again, you would hope that you're good still.
And I'm not.
It's not how it works.
It's either that or a reminder of like back then you thought you were really good, and then you play it and it's like maybe I wasn't as good as I thought. I'm not saying that's like the case with Boom, but it's like I've done that with a couple of games that have like come back out, and I was like, maybe I was really ass back then, because I don't think I've gotten any worse over the years.
That's me with funny enough, I played NBA Street Volume 2 today. I was like, you know what? I've been playing a lot of 2K. I'm a seasoned veteran as far as playing basketball games. So I put it on the not even the third difficulty. I put it on the second one. They fucking destroyed me 4 games in a row. It wasn't even like close. I was getting my ass clapped, dude. It was not cool.
I think that shit happened to me like when I first started PC gaming. I started off with CS:GO and WoW, and then I couldn't play CS:GO because I was playing on a legit. Do you guys remember like those tough books?
Yeah.
But they were like the fucking Walmart brand tough book. Like this shit ran like ass. I'm over here getting like 15 frames a second on a good day. I'm here running through CS:GO. I'm just getting fucking dome rocked every time. I was like, nope, not touching this game again.
Shit. Like the fucking police joint? The police fucking laptop?
Basically, yeah.
Oh,
That's
shit.
what we use for maintenance.
Hold on. I'll send you what I was talking about here.
I mean, but even if you were getting like fucking 5 to 10 frames, it's still an upgrade from like, what was it, Bible Thumper Simulator?
Like
that other game you showed us last week?
That game was fucking trash.
It was hilarious, dude.
The fuck was this thing called?
Where's
It's like
you're shooting out
I would
M's,
use
right?
for,
For mana or some bullshit.
Yeah.
So fucking stupid.
I don't know. I had a weird fucking upbringing for video games, like, apparently.
You know, there was that one kid out there that's like, oh man, I high scored this fucking game.
Yeah, there's probably like some like 12 little Christian kids just fucking speed running that bitch. While you're trying to lose my shit because I can't kill a demon or whatever the hell was in that game.
Oof. It's a fucking toolbox that you can fucking use as a computer.
This is the shit we used on the flight line.
Panasonic Tough Box. God damn.
What is this shit
That
called?
doubles up as a
That
self-defense
says-
weapon.
That says book. This is tough book.
That's what I said.
You said tough box.
Tough. I said book. I'm pretty sure I said
You
book.
said box.
Did I?
Like it was equally thick. Where is the picture for this son of a bitch? Hold on.
No, I said it looks like a toolbox that you can fucking use as a
And you said
laptop.
tough box. It's all right. No, we got it on camera.
I mean, we'll see. Depends how I feel while I'm editing.
Oh no, they're all sold out.
The audience won't see it.
Right. It's gonna be one of those tough book.
There we go. It was a ThinkPad, not a tough book.
Oh, like the Lenovo. It used to be owned by IBM. Yeah.
But the super thick motherfuckers, like they were
I
just
mean, most laptops were like really fucking thick back then.
like you can literally just fucking, if you wanted to, you can break into a house with that son of a bitch. Here it is.
Then shit started getting like
Sort of.
thinner and fucking has no battery life now.
I fucked my first laptop up with using kick-ass torrents for music, allegedly. So I that and fucking I think it was called
LimeWire.
Views. No, Views was the new version of LimeWire, and it fucked my computer up.
Shit, I feel like I'm the only one that used Napster out of this group.
Yeah,
Probably.
you definitely are. That predates our
LimeWire.
music listening shit.
There was it
We're not
Napster?
done with
There
that.
was Kazaa, then LimeWire,
Yeah,
and
superhero.
Kazaa. I don't fucking know.
Oh, Shazam. My bad.
It was Kazaa. That was like the successor to Napster, and then LimeWire, then BitTorrent. What was some other shit that we used to use?
That's not that bad.
I bet you that bitch heavy.
It was heavy as fuck. It would overheat all the fucking time.
I always hated laptops that had that little red fucking weird directional thing in the middle, that little joystick
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was probably like 1.5 inches thick when you closed it.
Where is he going?
I don't know. Is that a locker?
Yeah, he's got like a little locker.
Yeah.
That's not that bad.
Pretty. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Laptops today are still that thick. That's not bad.
It's dead, bro.
That's a Dell Inspiron?
Dead. Dude, you're getting a Dell. Isn't that guy in jail?
Yes.
In jail.
Dells were not my
The
first computer.
Snapchat guy.
Compacts were my first computer.
Yeah.
Gateway.
But
That was our
trying to
first
play
next
competitive games on a fucking old PC. Like
That
when you
shit
first
looks
started.
like a fucking green Sonic ring.
Oh, no.
Let's watch him struggle.
For those of you that are unaware, Boom is fighting with his green screen at the moment.
And he's losing.
It's, he's pushing against it and it's pushing back.
Boxes keep on opening.
Looks like Boom's winning. Oh, no, wait. The green screen pulls ahead.
Oh no.
Fucking idiots, get back to the phone. Fucking
Next screen is gonna be a giant hole in the fucking middle where he punches it.
Bro, know what you gotta do? Since it's a green screen, put him fighting a sumo wrestler. It's just him pushing him.
We're going to the audio, not the video.
Oh, God.
Oh shit.
I'm still gonna have to fix that. It's alright for now.
Welcome back. Fuck, where were we? Yeah.
I was
about
talking
fat
about
Laptops, old ass fucking laptops.
Yeah, that was my first intro to PC gaming, and I fucking killed it.
Yeah, I didn't. So that's funny. I didn't use that computer at all for gaming. I just used it for
Porn.
allegedly. No, actually, I'd never used it for porn. I used it for allegedly downloading music.
Allegedly,
And porn. People still download porn. It's fucking free.
Yeah, but there's every once in a while your internet goes down.
I could pretty much guess one person.
Teddy has like 8 petabytes of fucking porn downloaded.
I'm
He
just
has
saying,
some
you
vintage-
gotta have a
That's why his
backup.
internet keeps going up.
You gotta have at least one backup, you know?
He has a fucking a USB 1.0 with shit from the early 2000s.
You guys remember that fucking what was it? The like nursing class or whatever, like the fucking
Home ec?
basically, but you
Health
also
ed?
learned about like health ed. Where it's like, all right, this is a child being born. It's just this fucking Mongolian bush. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
Christ!
The baby's
Oh
like all
yeah, we
blue
saw
and
that
shit.
same video too.
Oh, yeah.
Teddy's got that shit on fucking CD right now.
No.
And he's like, oh, wait. He's like, looking at his girlfriend's like, hey, this is when E.T. get born. Watch this shit.
That shit was nightmares, bro. This is a baby getting born. It's like, where? And you just see this fucking hair clam just fucking open. It's like, oh.
No, I
And
think
then
the one that we
fucking-
saw, because we didn't have, like, I went to a Catholic school, so we didn't have all that. So it was kind of like,
Bushes were still normalized back then, so they weren't freaking out.
no, we didn't see any of that. It was just more like they talked about it, but you didn't see any of that bullshit. And it was more of a scare video about, like, if you don't want to have it and give it up for adoption, wrap it up. Like, it was kind of that kind of video is what we saw. We're like, all right.
Are you watching it on like one of those wheeled projectors?
I was really expecting to say like, yeah, nurse.
It's a digital projector.
Or
That's pretty advanced for the 80s.
It's sister, not nurse.
sister. I know. Thank you.
We only had like one.
On the table, just show 'em.
We only had one nun. She was like fucking 90.
Yeah, Sister
Wasn't
Highest just jumps up on the table at stirrups like, this is the fucking whole show, boys.
Fuck, dude.
That was scarred everybody for fucking life. Like, Jesus fucking Christ.
High school was four
The
fucking.
kid in the back's just
High school was 4 fucking years of racist ass old priests. Good times.
Was it supposed to have dust on it? Shit, where they're fucking dusting that shit off. Like,
she jumping when it land. It's like
yeah.
When she
carpet bombing.
when she gets on the stirrups, I use
That would have been fucked.
Oh man.
Today, boys, about beef. It's like, oh, no.
that's way past the
Today's
time.
podcast is sponsored by Arby's.
We have the meat. Dum, dum.
Ugh.
Good times. Oh shit, my
Talk
pencil.
about video games here.
There we go.
Every once in a while, but
So I wanted
Tech.
to.
There's always tech in video games.
Hey, did you
Was
want
that supposed to be a transition?
Kind of.
We didn't really get
Somebody jump
into-
but
We didn't really get into the DMCA that much last week. Do you want to?
Is
So
it
from what I
lifted now?
understand, no, it's not lifted at all. But from what I understand is that the DMCA's are issued by, more like the complaint is issued by the company, the music, whatever music record. They will be like, yo, Twitch, this has happened. And it's up to Twitch to decide how they implement and handle that kind of shit. But I think it was Devin Nash came out and he said that Twitch wouldn't go ahead and fucking ban their 1%. Because then how the hell would the goddamn company, or would the website survive? So it's like everyone that went through and deleted all their VODs and all that shit, I'm guilty of that. There was no need for that. At most, we were going to get a finger being waved at us, but we weren't going to fucking get kicked off. Like, I haven't heard of a single person that has gotten banned because of this.
My shit's still all up. Fuck them. If you want me to delete it, send me a personal message.
Yeah, check your emails. Have you been attacked? Have you been copyright stricken or whatever the fuck policy they have? No.
I mean, I don't check my emails for that. That usually goes to spam. Fuck them.
Well, I mean, so this is obviously going to happen because any fucking record label with a pulse wants to get money for people using their shit, even if they're not directly profiting from it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we saw it on Instagram, we saw it on Facebook, Twitch. Well, obviously, it's an ongoing issue.
Yeah.
On YouTube, but YouTube has a little bit better, like an actual structured policy in order to combat getting strikes or getting videos taken down. Like they have things to where it doesn't work great, but they have ways for their algorithm to go through the video and take out all the copywritten material.
So
in order for you to put that back up.
So the thing is, and I witnessed that firsthand when I put out the first part of the Borderlands playthrough that we did. I don't know if you guys noticed, the very beginning cutscene intro isn't in the YouTube video because when I uploaded it, it's like, oh, we found 2 copywritten songs in it. And it was 2 songs that were used in that intro scene. So that's why it starts up, and I had to cut all that part out, and it starts up with us picking our characters. So it automatically detected that even before I got a chance to publish it.
You would think that Twitch would have that in place. And as far as like the live,
they have the VOD muting thing. That's about it.
No, but there was one rumor that there was going to be live strikes.
Yeah.
I think that would be ridiculously hard for them to be able to do, especially because I don't know if you guys remember, even like a couple years ago, Nintendo was copywriting their game still, and like you couldn't post any content on it. But I mean, there were no live strikes with that, and Nintendo back then would strike your YouTube videos down if you weren't part of their ambassador or whatever the fuck program that they had going on. So it's interesting to say, or an interesting thought to see how far like the record companies goes for it. But the majority of people, they'll have it like just low enough to where you can't hear it over the gameplay. So I think the majority of my clips were like that, but we didn't know what was going on, so I just deleted pretty much everything.
Yeah, and the problem was that came from Twitch support. Somebody figured, shit, we don't have an answer for you, but rather than leave you guessing, just play it safe and delete your shit. And that's fucked. I mean, luckily I didn't have a whole lot to go through, but I'm sure there were streamers that had countless videos and there was no automatic way to do it. It's not like you could just sit there and hit a bunch of checkboxes and get rid of it, and chances are you didn't have to do it anyways. It would be weird for a mass ban to come out for something that came completely out of left field.
I don't know. To be honest, I think it's just a fuck time.
Yeah, it's a weird business. Like Twitch is designed with this because, like, video game companies, if they really wanted to, they can pull everybody's Twitch channel because it's not our content. We didn't create the game.
Isn't it like in the agreement that you can't like stream copyrighted material? And
something along those lines. Yeah.
People are like, well, how are we even going to play games or something like that?
So it's kind of an unwritten partnership. How many games benefit heavily from streamers? So it's kind of one of those, you scratch our back, we scratch yours by just letting you do it kind of thing.
Yeah, Valorant is a key one of that.
Yeah, like drops enabled, shit beta. Like that. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on where, like, it's not... I mean, like I said, if a dickhead game company wanted to, they could be like, you can't stream our game. Nobody can. We will DMCA all of your YouTube videos, all of your Twitch channels if you play our game. I think it would be fucking company PR suicide, but if they wanted to, they could.
Not so much. I mean, Nintendo did it for ever up until a couple of, like, I think it was at the beginning of last year. Because I had... Mario Odyssey, and I couldn't stream it, or I could stream it, but I couldn't leave the VODs up. And that game came out like 2 or 3 years ago.
But I mean, like, they're in a position to do that if they wanted to make that permanent. But let's say if it's a smaller studio, hell, even one of the other AAA, like that, Nintendo's like hardware manufacturing and software, so they're way ahead of even EA and some of the other just pure software companies.
Speaking of EA, you see, that was a better one than last week.
Oh yeah, you're getting good.
Speaking of EA, we did it, boys and girls. We finally fucking did it. They're coming out with so Skate 4 and Apex Legends on the Switch were announced at their shitty fucking keynote event. It's long overdue, I feel. And 10 years is a long fucking time for waiting for a fucking sequel. Time Splitters, looking at you, you fucks. Need another fucking Time Splitters. I think that one's even longer, actually.
I thought you were the Nostradamus of gaming, like you said, and it happens.
Oh, I mean, hey, I've been bitching about fucking... That was the slow game, you know? I've been bitching about that since... Also, did you notice? Let's just be real here. I've been putting up some fucking numbers with my skate streams, and then all of a sudden they announced that there's a Skate 4 happening. I mean, I don't know.
Did you hit them with that where's my cut email?
Nah, I'm just happy the game's out. You know, I did it for the culture.
For the community, right?
Yeah, you know.
There you go.
I'm a man of the people. But anyways, it's super exciting. I can't wait until it comes out, dude. Like, then there's like so many questions about like what's gonna happen. Like, I wonder what city they're gonna use. I wonder if they're gonna have any pros, like what brands they're gonna have. And I wonder how like most of the new skating games that are coming out, like the mechanism for like doing tricks is like loosely based around like skate controls, like to where you use one of the analog sticks for the majority of the controls. But out now, like Skater XL and Sessions, you have to use both of the analog sticks in order to do the trick. So I wonder if they're gonna like keep it true to their original like formula as far as like controls are concerned, or I wonder if they're gonna conform to kind of the norm that Skater XL and Sessions brought out with the new mechanism for tricks. But I don't know. There's a new skate being worked on, and it's a great time to be a skateboard video game player.
Then Apex is also adding, along with coming out on the Switch, they're doing crossplay on like everything.
Fuck Apex Legends.
I feel like it took a long time. I feel like a lot of battle royales are crossplay.
Yeah,
especially now.
I hope. I hope the majority, like, because Overwatch 2 is supposed to be coming out soon. I really hope that's crossplay. And I really hope there's a way for me to switch over my account from PS4 to PC so I could get all those skins and stuff. Like, I feel like that should be, like, going forward. I mean, fuck, one of the biggest, like, franchises that is a yearly release is now cross-plat in Call of Duty. So, I mean, I hope that trend kind of just, like, trickles down to every game that comes out that has, like, a massive multiplayer version like that. I think it would be really cool.
What's next? You want to jump into this microphone?
The microphone?
The microphone?
Microphone. Yeah, so the Elgato Wave. How do you guys feel about it?
Competition is good, baby.
I'm excited. And like we talked about before, even before the podcast, like if they do the software, that's all I would get.
Not gonna happen.
Boom called it first.
You're wrong.
It's gonna be. I'll tell you why it's gonna happen. That's following all of their business practices across the board. You don't want to buy a Stream Deck? Buy the app for your phone. You don't want to use one of their capture cards? Hey, we got a fucking live streaming tool that you can use from your phone. Granted, there's a fucking massive delay on it, but we give you the option to buy the application instead of having to buy the hardware. So to be honest, like it would be stupid, especially at this time as to what's going on with the pandemic and all of the virus. It would be dumb for them not to. I'm not saying that it's going to come out this year. I'm not saying it's going to come out anytime soon. They have to get numbers from those microphones. So after they make their profit margin on whatever they have to for R&D, and they recoup all their money,
then
and they start to see exactly. So after they see like the main huge peak, and they start to see a little bit of downfall, hey, nobody wants the mic at this time, but I bet you there's people out there that want the software. So hey, let's get this new SKU out there, Elgato EQ or whatever the fuck they're gonna call it, the Wave EQ. Let's get it out there.
So there's two versions.
Not gonna happen.
Go ahead. I see what Boom's saying. I definitely see what Boom's saying.
Why won't it happen?
They've never released their software for anything other. Like, it's not going to be compatible unless you have their stuff.
Not true. Stream Deck.
That's not true.
The Stream Deck, they offered it out for Android and Apple.
It's not compatible with any other thing that's a programmable button. They release it for your phone, but you can't control your audio mixes from a fucking phone.
Your phone turns into a fucking Stream Deck.
Not for what it's doing. I mean, you have to plug into the microphone to control your audio levels that you hear. You can't have your headset plugged into your computer and then the fucking microphone changes it. They're not going to release that.
I can understand.
No, so they may not release a mobile version, we'll say, but you would still have a desktop version of it. Because basically, if you think about it,
they're not going to release it for desktop.
They
might try to put it for mobile. There's no way.
Because the microphone activates as, basically, think of the microphone as a physical key. You know, you could download the software yourself. Everybody's going to be able to get their hands on the software. But what's actually going to make it sync up and play nice and actually register everything is the hardware unlock itself. Same thing with the Stream Deck. They tell you, go to the website to get the software. But what actually makes it work is the physical hardware. So the mic is going to be there as just an activator. If they wanted to, they can put the software by itself and remove that activation needing to be done through their mic.
Like with the Stream Deck, you should be able to, if they were like just release that, it would work with anything that has a programmable button. So why haven't
I'm sure somebody out there already.
I don't get what you're saying.
They're not going to release it.
I get what he's saying. Right.
There's no way that they're going to release their software to work with someone else's microphone. It's going to be just the Elgato microphone. They might say, hey, you can go ahead and download it, but it's not going to work.
Right, because otherwise, you know how you could buy a USB keypad? Like, if that's the case, why haven't they licensed the Stream Deck software to just work with anything that is a numpad key press, or anybody who has a keyboard with all the extra G keys and shit like that?
Because that's different. You buy the Stream. But you buy the Stream Deck because you want that specific fucking piece of hardware.
But
you buy the microphone because you bought the fucking software.
No, the software is the show here. It's not even the mic.
Two different things. The microphone is just a shitty fucking USB mic. We saw that in the reviews. What their
reviews? Everyone likes this mic. It sounds great.
No, but what I'm saying is that is standard. The USB mic isn't any better than any other USB mic. We heard the fucking fidelity in the reviews. What they're selling and why they have two SKUs is because they're selling the hardware that's behind it. If you look at it, the whole scheme of it is GoXLR killer because they have the separated EQs. They let you control everything in Windows audio on this specific software. So that's what I'm saying. I get what you're saying, that if it's just the software, then why wouldn't that be on every other programmable keyboard? I get that. Those are two different things. The star of that show is the software. So if we were to use that software on any other mic, that would be the star of the show. The star of the show wouldn't be your microphone. The microphone is the standard based on whatever you go to.
I don't get how the Stream Deck is the star of the show.
Because you buy that. No, you buy that for the Stream Deck. Because you buy it because it's a malleable
programmable button.
Exactly. But you
buy
why
it everything that has a programmable button use that software.
Yeah, so I see both sides to this.
The disconnect between both of you is the fact that what Corndog is saying is, why do you have to buy something brand specific to use brand specific software? What Boom is saying is separation of the two because they can make a profit still. I understand both aspects. The problem is, like, you don't need to have a Stream Deck. You can literally just get like a number pad and then just assign macros through any command
There's
line.
tons of third-party software out there. Before I bought the Stream Deck, I was using a $4 app that I had bought that gave me damn near everything the Stream Deck gave me. But it did have its limitations. But like Boom is also saying, they did release their, oh, you don't want to buy the Stream Deck? You have the mobile app version. You download the same app that the hardware Stream Deck is going to use, and the mobile version is going to give you the same thing, programmable buttons. You set it up through the actual app itself, but you're paying a monthly fee kind of thing. So you're licensing, you're getting access to their software through a license and through the device.
So like,
because you guys get what I'm saying though, right? Like the Stream Deck, that's what makes it easier to do the macros. That's why you're buying the Stream Deck.
It's not really that. It's not really at all, to be completely honest.
With that logic, it'd be easier to use your mixer thing if you have their microphone.
Yeah, like the Stream Deck doesn't matter in that aspect. The Stream Deck and Elgato is quite literally the Apple of streaming. It's the best way you can put it.
Yeah, and I've said this plenty of times before I even bought a Stream Deck. Gaming labeled shit, you can do it yourself with a little bit of footwork. And I was going to bring this point up. Everything that, from what I see from the Elgato Stream Deck, the Wave, it's a good mic. It's a decent mic. It's nothing super incredible for a $100 mic. You're going to get the same sound from just about any USB mic in the same price range.
Yeah, you're not getting any chain.
Yeah, the show here is the software. The mic itself isn't, fucking performing anything magical. It's the software. But if you think about it, the biggest thing.
Go ahead.
Oh, if you think about it, everything that this thing can do at the moment, you can do with Voicemeeter. Mm-hmm. Not a single thing that this thing does is exclusive that Voicemeter can do. What they've done, though, is they've made a UI that makes it very nice. That's about it.
Yeah. The thing that I was going to mention, too, is say that you're going to do XLR mic, the entire setup, everything included, and have a hardware size for like your compressor, noise gate, everything. That's going to be more expensive if you're going to take that route versus the Wave. Elgato's biggest thing, and the reason why they do so well, is that they market it towards a streamer, but they also market it as a ease of use type thing.
Yeah, agreed. That's what I'm saying. Me personally, if they came out with the same software and they're like, we could let you use it with your own USB or XLR mic, I would fucking love it. But I am still considering getting one of these things. Granted, even with the GoXLR, what's up?
That might be a downgrade though from your dynamic mic though.
It might, their mic itself, and funny, it is a condenser mic, and everybody's against condenser mics. Everybody that has done reviews has said it's a USB condenser mic, but there's something about it, and it was one of the more technical reviews we were looking at. Whereas yes, it was listening in so that it knows what to cut out. So it does have some special hardware features. But again, this dynamic mic works really good. I can get the same results if I sat there and fucked around with Voicemeter. But Voicemeter tends to be a glitchy software every once in a while. Yeah, depending on how good Elgato has their software down packed, it may just be the main reason why I say fuck it. I'm gonna get this USB mic because their software is really well made this time around, and it provides that ease of use. And for 130 or 160, if you want the 3-button setup, I personally would get the 131 because it's the same mic. Other than the fact that the 161 records at a higher frequency, that's about it. But it's a really competitive price.
It'll be like a really. Because I think that like the 3-button thing, it's cool, like it's a great idea, but like put in use, like you're not gonna want your stream to hear the click 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 when you're doing the shit. And it got, like there is that mute button at the top, but I mean when you're trying to do quick shit, like you're gonna click that first, and then your whole fucking stream is gonna hear the click 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 click.
Yeah, the 161 has the mute on top. The 131, the button itself is the mute. You push the knob. But for what I need, I think the 131 would be a good way to go. But again, I've been debating about it all week. When I first linked it to you guys, it was available. In the middle of our conversation, they were gone.
Yeah,
and price gougers are going to be. You already know what's going to come next.
Yeah, I think in full honesty and just being completely realistic, it's only going to be one of 3 ways. It's going to happen how Boom said, where they're going to completely just remake all the money that they sent on R&D, manufacture, everything for marketing, and then maybe 1, 2, even potentially 5 years down the line, they'll submit the software. Also, similar to what Corndog was saying, I can see them just completely holding out on this and never releasing it. But hopefully with the third option here is they'll release it, they'll never release it. Like they'll push everyone knows the mic's coming out, but the software may not. who's going to say that a third party might not pick up that same idea, see it's a market for that, and then to potentially just build what we need?
And this will be my other point. Like, if this is the GoXLR killer, this might actually push them to put this into their GoXLR. But the problem is that the GoXLR is still $400.
Yeah,
dude.
This is 120,
like 130, and the closest competition from GoXLR as well is their Mini,
250.
Yeah, which is $250. So we're still looking at a $100 price gap here, which
plus you got to buy a mic for the.
Now the pros are the processing is happening on the board itself of the GoXLR, whereas this is software based. It's going to be happening on your rig.
The GoXLR has a lot more shit. It's just if GoXLR.
Well, I'm comparing the closest thing to it is the Mini. Because the Mini doesn't have the sound sample, the soundboard. The Mini doesn't have the voice changers. It doesn't have all that extra stuff that the big one that Boom has. It doesn't have that stuff. It really doesn't need it. Yeah.
Like,
so combine.
If we miss.
Well, as I'm saying, the direct comparison will be the Wave,
the Mini, compared
to the Mini. And that's $100 difference. Now, what the GoXLR still has that the Elgato Wave doesn't have but may add is the EQs, the compressor, the noise gate, the stuff like that. That's currently still not going to be in the Elgato Wave, but they said that's going to come later. That's going to be a software update. So once that happens, then the Wave really does look like a super good comparison compared. But if you're somebody that has a badass mic already, the Wave doesn't do you any good if you want to commit to that mic. You would have to go the Elgato route or anything else that decides to compete with the Elgato. With the GoXLR. Yeah.
So my one thing with this, like with the Wave, it's fucking cool. It didn't get me excited that they're releasing it. I'm fucking greedy. I'm glad that it's coming out so that we can get better shit on the GoXLR. But the only issue that I have for like people that are buying this mic is that it's a USB mic. So you can get very acquainted with the software. You can fine tune whatever you want. But like, let's say
that shit craps out on you. You're
exactly.
Fucked.
You're fucked.
And that's how Big said it. They're the Apple. And it's more like how I feel about proprietary shit. That's what it is. You have to have this mic. This craps out. You got to go out. You got to go buy another $130 mic to keep using the mic with the software. Whereas any kind of the GoXLR is like whatever fucking mic you get. You know, if you want to buy a $30 XLR mic, go right ahead. You can plug it into this and use all the features, all the hardware, all the software.
Yeah.
Also, there's not too much room for upgrading. So, like, let's say that
with the Wave or the XLR?
With the Wave,
there is no upgrading.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, that's my only issue. So,
there's no path of upgrade. It is what it is.
My thing is buy it nice or buy it twice. So, if you're gonna spend all this money on this USB mic, and let's say, for example, let's speak it into existence. Our podcast starts doing crazy fucking numbers, or when our podcast starts doing crazy fucking numbers.
Positive mindset. I like that.
And let's say we're all on the Wave, but let's say that it has a specific sound. We're not sounding as good as other podcasts are that are using the fucking dynamic mics, or they're using the Shure SM7Bs and stuff. Yeah. And we kind of want to give that standard sound to us. Sure, we could have somebody on the team spend fucking 5-6 hours trying to EQ everything and get us every specific way that we want it so that it can sound like that. But my thought process is like, you just get something that's like tried and true. You get an XLR mic, or you get something that has a path to upgrade, so that when it comes time, or let's say that it screws up, you'll have the know-how and you'll have a little bit better of knowledge on how to use the professional equipment instead of just like plugging in the USB mic into the computer.
So to be fair, with that point, I don't think Elgato's marketing this to the podcasters, to the professionals. We
didn't start off as podcasters.
Right.
We didn't start off as podcasters.
No, of course not. Right. I definitely feel, but like Elgato products are definitely geared to the gamer, more specifically the streamers. I don't think they're marketing this to audio professionals or anybody that's doing that kind of work. They're definitely marketing to like, hey, you're just getting into streaming. This is going to be your device of choice for. Then in the mic's case specifically, you'll use this for a couple of years, like before you want to upgrade to the Shure SM7B. Whereas it doesn't matter what level streamer you are, who the fuck doesn't have a Stream Deck? You know, like that's a different thing. Like they even have the 32 button one, or the 35 button one, whatever the fuck it is. You know, but as far as this mic goes, I feel this is a pretty wide. But still eventually you're going to hit your upper threshold before you want to go your XLR route and your $500 mic route and all that other stuff.
I don't know. Overall, I think it's definitely good for gamers and streamers because it gives. There's not only the monopoly for the GoXLR now, so now GoXLR needs to step up, either make something to compete as far as like price range, or they need to give more with their software. I mean, Harris Heller, he was saying that, I mean, his main audio interface is the GoXLR, and he pretty much took all of the stuff that he wanted on there and he gave it over to Elgato and said, hey, just put this on your app, people will love it. I mean, that's good for. It's good for people that are Elgato fans, and it's good for people that are just getting into streaming, but it's also good for GoXLR users and people that are into getting into, or that are plan on getting the GoXLR.
Yeah, because I love what the GoXLR does. I can't stand the price. I love what the Wave is all about. I can't stand the fact that I would have to get a new mic when I've already got a mic that I have no problems with. I would just like to hook it up into something like the GoXLR that doesn't cost the price of the GoXLR. So these are meeting two different. Like I'm in a situation where the Wave isn't necessarily what I want, but it offers a lot of the things from the product that I do want at a price that nobody can basically argue with. Mm-hmm. So they're in a really good position, I think. This isn't for the upper 5% or whatever of people that do need this. This is catering to the bigger group of people that is definitely going to need this up until the point where they need to upgrade if their streaming takes them that way, if they decide to start doing podcasts or bigger budget video production, YouTube, whatever the case is. But again, at the price, $130 or $160 if you want the 3 button, it's great.
Yeah. As the only person left on a USB mic,
No, Corndog has a USB mic, right?
Yeah, this is a USB mic. I still need to figure out the interface because I think something's with the sound card.
Gotcha.
It's not taking the XLR mic.
Gotcha.
Which, I'm going to be real. If I have to get an adapter that's more than the Elgato mic...
But you have the XLR... You have that plugged into interface, right? And then the interface is the USB, right?
No, so my mixer, I got the Yamaha MX-06.
Right.
So my XLR mic plugs into that, and then the mixer plugs into the computer, but it won't read the mic. So I think there's like something missing in my sound card that won't pick the mic because my audio from my headset is going from the mixer to the computer just fine.
I thought the Yamaha things are USB. I didn't know that.
No, this is powered, and then you just
he has two right now.
Oh, you do have 2 mics. Okay, I was confused.
Yeah, so he has the XLR mic, but it's not working for the current configuration.
Yeah,
gotcha.
So I need to figure out if there's like a middleman thing I need to do because a lot of the videos just like, here's how you can get your XLR mic straight to your computer. I'm like, I got something in the way of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's always the interface because it has to plug into a USB interface of some type, and then that's how it goes in.
Because this doesn't use USB interface; it's a powered thing from an outlet, and then it's got a very strange cable. It's a dual 1/4-inch cable into a 3.5 millimeter, and that's how it goes in.
And there's no USB ports on it at all?
Nope.
Oh shit! All right.
Send Steady the name of it so he could go digging on YouTube. He figures out everything. I'm for real, dude.
we went on a tangent there.
No, dude, for real. When I was building Nightmare, it took us 4 fucking hours to figure out what it was, and Steady figured it out after we asked him. It was Steady and Kuda figured out.
All right, I'll send you that afterward. But I think, Big, you were saying something, and we kind of got on the tangent from my thing.
No, you're good. I was pretty much saying, like, as potentially the last person to be on USB, I think this is good overall for everybody.
Yeah, it'll keep you on USB, but it'll be a massive change.
Yeah, because like even before this thing came out, I was looking at Voicemeeter, not just so much as to like even for streaming, but since I've been working from home so damn much now with everything going on, the ability to have either like a stream up while I'm working, music while I'm working, and then just quickly just change it without having to fuck around to like jump on a call, jump on do something for work. That's gonna be huge.
Yeah, the
Like,
software takes everything Voicemeeter does, and it compacts the fuck out of it. It looks really nice. It takes a lot of the advanced features, but again, you can do all of this with I think it's the banana option or the potato option if you really want to go and have like 1,000 inputs. This supports up to 9 inputs, I believe.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to do the footwork and you are okay with Voicemeeter and you take the time, you can get everything this is offering, because even Voicemeeter does have compressors and noise gates, which Elgato, the Wave, does not at the moment, or at launch at least. So, but it's still it's a software that's going to take a little bit more time. So if you're willing to do the footwork, you don't even need it. You get your XLR mic, your USB mic, whatever you've already got, set up Voicemeeter, you're good to go.
Yeah. I think this mic's great. I do think that it's going to force the GoXLR for something. It's like, when's the last time they added anything to it? There's been no competition.
And that's Boom's point of view. Like, it's going to light a fire under their ass to either push more software updates, come up with a revamped version, something. Competition is great, and I definitely see that this will light a fire under their ass.
Here, the GoXLR 2.
The last... So I'm part of the Discord.
For such an expensive hardware, that would fucking blow.
The last update they did was compatibility for the Stream Deck. That was last month.
Too. And that's like been covered as well. Yeah, there's 2 buttons. They're low resolution. There's almost nothing. Whereas this, you already know it's going to have 1,000 features added to the Stream Deck. Even to the point where anybody that guesses, like, I don't have enough buttons on my Stream Deck. And then that may fuel people to want to get the 32 and 35 button version and shit like that.
I don't want to like talk down. It seems like I'm talking down because I have the GoXLR. And when I bought this, we didn't have the fucking GoXLR Mini wasn't out. I pay for this shit on fucking payments, dude. I'll be real.
Dude, if they took the current GoXLR and all of a sudden tomorrow said, all right, we're back in stock and we're giving it a permanent price slash, I already made my decision. I'm not going Wave. I'll get the GoXLR.
It's so fun. It made, because like I know how to deal with like camera shit. Like that's like my bread and butter. I know how to deal with like settings and like color correction and all that bullshit. Audio, I don't know shit about. Audio is confusing as fuck. Obviously, like if you guys watch some of my streams, like this shit's still not fucking perfect, but it made a lot. It like they make videos and like on the actual application, they have a lot of things that like that'll explain like pretty much what everything in the gate does, what everything in the compressor does, and they give you like decent explanations for like I guess you can say in layman's terms, like for people that aren't audiophiles or people that aren't audio engineers. So that's kind of why I went with this, because like A, it's super fucking cool, B, Amazon had it on payments, and C, it made everything that like was confused. Like if you listen to some of my old streams with the Yeti, I had no idea what the fuck I was doing, and it sounded like ass. It sounded really bad. Now that's not saying that it was something on the Yeti's side. It was my fault. I didn't take the time to figure it out, and I just jumped over to something that I thought was cool.
Yeah, Yeti's not a bad mic. Out. It's just it's constantly touted as, oh, you're getting streaming by the Yeti, and it's like there's other options out there. The Yeti is not the end all.
Wasn't your setup cheaper than a fucking Yeti mic?
Yeah. Not only that, I got a mic, I got a USB interface and the arm with the pop filter for less than what the Yeti goes for when it's not on sale. Yeti normally you can find it for about 100. This I think clocked in total at like 110.
And that's the thing though. You like, let's say for whatever fucking reason, you're like, you know what, tomorrow I'm gonna go out and buy the Shure SM7B. You can plug that into your setup. And that's my whole thought process. Like you don't need the GoXLR. Nobody needs that unless they're like fucking like super high tier streaming. You can get an audio like interface and XLR dynamic mic that will sound, or you can easily tune, and it will be a better setup for what you're doing, especially if you're in an untreated room, than getting a Wave. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you're kind of future-proofing yourself, although you're not getting the shiny software.
Right.
I feel like it's a better move, like, to future-proof your setup, to go the route that Steady went, to get like a interface and an XLR that is more competitive with the Wave.
Normally, yes, because it is a condenser versus dynamic mic situation. And this, I have a dynamic mic, which is better for closer sounds. Like, it blocks out a lot of sounds versus a condenser mic, which will pick things up more easily. But with the Wave, like Evox, when he broke it down, basically it's a condenser mic that kind of behaves like a dynamic mic. But again, you're still limited. Something on that breaks, you don't get to choose from your other mics as backups or anything like that. It is that mic itself. You're just tied to that mic. You can't swap things out along the chain of upgrade. There's no upgradability whatsoever. So pros and cons for both. Pros, very competitive price point, very easy to use software. Cons, this is it. You buy this if you want to get something better, whether it's the sound, anything. You've got to then start branching off to a chain of products.
So, what is our final word on the Wave? Like, for me,
like a thumbs up, thumbs down kind of system.
I'm giving it a thumbs up. I think it's great.
I'm giving it a thumbs up.
I don't think it will release the software unless GoXLR really puts the hurt on them with an upgrade to their own.
Yeah.
I hope
I think that's the only competition. Like, if another company comes out with a similar software, I don't think they bat an eye. But if GoXLR specifically comes out, then they have to, because they're such big names competing.
Yeah, because again, Voicemeter does it, but then you look at the Voicemeter interface and you're like, I'm scared. I'm good. I don't want to.
What's to stop Windows from doing it?
Windows.
Yeah,
no, but like you get what I'm saying though. It's like they have all these little fucking shitty apps. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, they're all shitty apps.
That's the issue. If they got their shit together, they can build it into the fucking operating system to give really good routing. And most what you could do is you can tell specific programs to go to specific devices. That seems to work 9 out of 10 times, but I've already experienced a time where it's like, you're set up right. It's like, why is it not working? Switch it from one device and then redo it. Yeah. And it's like, good job. Yeah. Good job, Windows. You have one job.
I have to deal with that every stream. But my final thoughts is it's good. It's good. Overall, it's good because there's not a monopoly anymore for good audio, like, software.
Just
that's
interfaces.
Affordable.
Yeah. Here's a better question. Somebody tells you that they want to get into streaming. What do you recommend? Do you tell them go XLR with an XLR mic, or do you tell them Wave or something else?
I don't tell them either. I tell them what you did.
Pros and cons, and make a decision.
No. I say look for a dynamic XLR mic. Look for a decent interface that's affordable. So obviously it's two things, like you have to watch videos or like do research to figure out how to do that instead of it just being plug and play. But if you're going to do it, just do it, dude. Like, that is future proofing yourself, and you can get it at competitive prices with the Wave. Like, I don't know, dude. I just wouldn't recommend the Wave because you're stuck. You're stuck with that as your interface. And if you want to do any upgrading, then you're stuck there with that. And that's like the only thing A, you'll know how to use, and B, you're just stuck with whatever is internal into that. Where as opposed to the other option, if you do what Steady did, where you get the interface and then you get the dynamic mic and you kind of get it into a competitive price, you can upgrade whichever one you want as you grow, instead of just having to go into a whole new thing altogether. But
stick with your headset mic until you make it big.
I feel like I feel like we could all agree. Upgrade from your shitty ass headset mic.
Yeah, no. Nobody wants to hear your fucking talking through a fucking Campbell's chicken noodle soup can.
It's not even if you make it big. If you enjoy doing it.
Yeah,
right. Your quality is going to reflect your investment into your passion and your joy into doing it.
You enjoy or something. You're like, oh, this all works, but you can get a better one. Go get the better one.
Because now we start talking about what's important when it comes to if you want to do this, but even if it's at a hobby level, audio, because people are going to listen to you before anything else. You can stream with no mic or with no camera. How many times? People still have to be able to hear you clearly.
Good question. How many times have you guys put a stream in the background and you're just listening to what's going on instead of watching it, like when you're doing something else, like for example working
all the time recently? Yeah, and I've been doing it recently more than ever. At work I couldn't do it as much, but here I do it all the time.
So that's why I'm kind of harping on go with a better option that's more affordable, because people listen to you more than they watch you. Because even on YouTube videos, like if I'm watching something on like a review or something like I'm interested in buying or interested in watching, I just listen to it because like people are busy these days, dude. They got shit to do. They don't want to just be fucking sitting there watching you all the time. So just get something that's gonna sound or that has the potential to sound a lot better down the road.
Yeah, I agree because like if there's a video, like recently I've been watching some videos, they're YouTube videos, but it's not a podcast on YouTube. It's just like full on interaction, a full on YouTube produced video. But I'll do something else. I'll have it loud while I'm working out so that I can listen to it at the same time. Because what's important to me is not, unless I'm watching a tutorial, obviously, then I need the video. But if I'm listening to somebody's opinion about something, the audio is very important. Unless you're teaching me something that's on the screen, if you're just talking to me about something, the audio is super important. All right, so we got 3 yays and a nay.
I didn't say no.
No. Right, me, you, and Corndog, so we got 3 yays. And I get it. I see both sides to this. If you're just getting into it and you don't know where you're going to go with this, if you're just testing the waters and you need something that's going to at least start you off really well, audio quality and stuff like that, cool.
Yeah.
But then if you do commit to this and you do want to up it at any point, you cannot daisy chain and throw this into your mix. You've got to go and you've got to get the better stuff. But again, that's later on down the line. So it's definitely a subjective thing on that. I recommend it. I definitely, like I said, I like what it does.
Also, hold on. That's another thing. I'm going to stop talking about after this. Like you guys said, the fucking Wave is marketed towards gamers. There's not going to be that big of a secondhand market for that. So let's say you get in with a US or a XLR mic and an interface, you can get rid of that easier than, in my opinion, than getting rid of the Wave.
Yeah. That. I mean,
I see both being something you can get rid of because you could easily, I got this because I wanted to try streaming, and I didn't like it.
No, but
I didn't do it. I didn't
what I'm saying is
you can find other people to easily sell that to.
There's a bigger market, so looking for interfaces,
XLR equipment.
Yeah, like you could go to fucking Garage Guitar Center, and because I think they like buy pre-owned shit or whatever, or you could go to you can go there and say, hey, I got this, I got that, and then just get rid of it. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's more of a market for standardized equipment than something that's marketed towards gaming.
So fair enough. With the GoXLR, you're not just looking to sell to gamers, you're looking to sell to any kind of audio professional. Rather than, you wouldn't go to Guitar Center or B&H and be like, hey, I got this Elgato Wave. And they're going to be like, all right, settle on eBay.
I get that.
Go on Let Go or whatever the fuck.
It's a bigger market, but I think you'll get more for the XLR mic because it's a specific market. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I do see that. So if we're talking about those that impulse buy it or whatever, or you just try it as a hobby and you don't want to commit to it, you'll have more resale value with the GoXLR versus the Elgato.
No, I'm not even talking about the GoXLR. I'm saying if you go into the way that you did it with a standard whatever mic and then whatever interface that you got. I'm not specifically talking to. I'm just talking about the XLR route, not specifically the GoXLR. But What say you, Brown? And then we could get to the conundrum.
I mean, I'm kind of torn on this entire thing because, in full honesty, I started on streaming with the Astros.
Same.
I fucking fuck the Astros. Fuck that entire brand. Fuck whoever made them. Fuck them. Honestly, they're pieces of shit. Like halfway through a stream, that piece of shit fucking died.
And you getting the heater out. Watch out.
It's a firmware piece of shit.
So dumb.
They're in my closet right now. I should probably bash them. I'll take them to the range this time. That's what I'll do.
Oof. Pull.
But, yeah. Fuck those.
Throw like a boomerang.
Like I started with the Astros, and the reason I like the Astros is because they were one, super comfortable, and the fact that you had that little mix amp that actually did help a lot. From thinking about like time frame, everything with that, it did what I needed it to do. But then I also bought into the fucking bullshit with getting a.
That's why I couldn't hear you.
What's it called? Fucking Yeti. But that was just more so I wanted something in to just mix in quick and easy, and that's kind of the reasoning. I think it may be better if you don't want something that's fuck with every day. Just go the Wave. If you think you're going to actually take this more so as a hobby, potentially a career, if you make it that far, go XLR. Not the Go XLR, but go the XLR route.
Because at least later on down the line, let's say you love the mic, no matter what, you're dead set on keeping a mic. You could always switch out your interface for something better. And then when you get the better interface, eventually, you know what, fuck it, I want to get the go-to mic that everyone's suggesting. Then you know there's always going to be the components that you go with, rather than I'm stuck with this one device. I don't want to go this route. And like us as streamers, that's why like the whole headset, the 2-in-1. Let's say your left fucking ear breaks, right? You're not replacing that one fucking ear cup. You're replacing the entire fucking device. Or your mic breaks. You basically have a glorified pair of headphones.
Yeah, this kind of puts me in a weird fucking predicament because I was actually looking at getting potentially an XLR setup. Like, not anytime soon. This is probably going to be a next year upgrade type thing because we just built this motherfucker. But, like, I want the software, not because it's cool for streaming. I can see myself using it across
ease of use.
All platforms.
Yeah.
And I don't have to fucking research a bunch of shit. I don't have a problem doing it, but I just don't want to spend the time.
That's why I like the GoXLR. Dude, it's fucking perfect.
Yeah, fuck that thing. That thing's $500 for just a brand. That's another
it's really
Apple
cool though.
Device.
It is a quality preamp. There's a lot, like the actual hardware in it is quality, but it hurts. The price definitely does
expensive.
Hurt. You are getting clean audio from the preamp. You're getting the onboard processing. Oh, you mean Go XLR in general? Like not?
No. I'm talking about like the half that's not the dumb shit, like the sampler and the
right, the mini maybe what you want.
Yeah, that's what dude. It's so fucking great. Like to just like if you guys are yelling or laughing at something, I can just lower you guys down with one of the fucking knobs or whatever. Like instead of having an alt tab, go here, lower that, adjust it in. Like all of you guys on Discord, I have you guys all leveled out. Like I'm not going in to like each one and just like bring them down. It's just like I can just lower you down from the one thing instead of having an alt tab. That's why I'm saying like that's why I think like it would be so smart for them to sell that, or someone to sell that type of application or software to do that, because it's not only for like recording, it makes ease of use like throughout daily stuff easier.
Yeah, but like I said, Voicemeeter has individual compressors for each channel. You're not dealing with something that's as user friendly as the Elgato Wave. Shit, if they turn around, they did a UI U-Haul and sold the shit, they made like it's like, all right, well, fuck GoXLR, fuck Elgato, Voicemeeter's out here doing it.
All right, cool. I think this horse is dead already.
Yeah.
What do you got for us, corn dog?
So before we get into it, real quick, you guys want to do like a Fallout type of environment or Skyrim?
I haven't played either, so
I've only
so
played Fallout.
post-apocalyptic. futuristic
essentially post-apocalyptic
or fantasy?
with super mutant, like nuclear mutants and stuff, or do you want kind of like medieval with magic?
Think the world got nuked and you're dealing with all that shit, like modern day life, post nuclear apocalypse, or fantasy based.
I don't know. I'd say post-apocalyptic.
All right, so Fallout universe. Okay, so you're in the Fallout type universe, post-apocalyptic shit. You're not the main hero. What's your like? What do you do in that world? You a farmer?
Oof.
You fix shit? Like, what do you think you would be doing in your daily life post-apocalyptic?
Oh, easy, Raider. Easy. Easy. Fuck
like
all your shit you worked for.
Are you
That's
like
my
the
shit.
head raider? Or you just like one of the grunts with them? And like, what are you doing with the raider? Are you
How
like,
high up the chain are you
Okay.
Like, I don't want
in this asshole route? Are you running your own cannibal cult, or are you second in command?
He's gonna say
Let
some
me
shit.
answer
Hold
this
on.
shit. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna be the second in command that talks shit about all the fucked up shit that the first in command does.
You're not wrong.
So eventually mutiny, and then you take over, and
Yeah, basically, I do it every fucking work environment I do. He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Look at the salt in his face.
It's not salt, it's facts right there. That's straight facts.
so a couple of questions.
Mad by that.
How, as far as the profession goes, has civilization started trying to rebuild itself back up?
Yeah, like there's like little settlements and shit.
Fuck
Okay.
it. I'm taking it. Like, it doesn't matter.
Fucking Negan over here from Walking Dead.
Yeah. Fuck what you did. That's
Gimme.
mine now. Thanks.
Give me all your shit. That's his professional job is give me your stuff.
Yeah. The fuck?
So we're not settling near big.
Last of Us. Last of Us is another option, like that kind of world. Life after shit.
And this is a
fucking
video game,
crumbles.
right?
No, this is like your
No,
real life.
like if we had to live
Oh.
in this world, what would be our profession? Biggs is a professional asshole. Like what the fuck? Like goddamn.
Yeah,
He already is.
Yeah, like, fuck the rest of that. Like,
CEO asshole. And it's like, all right, good job, guys.
yeah.
Oh, God.
It's like,
Yeah.
we're gonna... Like, who's gonna be like, I want to go to Fallout, I want to be a farmer. No, fuck that. That sounds dumb.
What do you do? I plant radioactive potatoes. Well, fuck you
Yeah.
too. Shit.
Okay.
So that makes me want to change my answer because I don't want to be judged.
Why, you're gonna be a farmer?
You want to be a farmer?
Be a fucking chef.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say I'd be a cook.
Oh yeah, dude, that'd be dope as fuck.
I already like cooking. What's
But,
a
like,
mutated cow
Oh
liver?
yeah.
I'll figure it out.
I mean, people still got to eat. I get it.
Yeah, that's steady income.
And we are thinking about, like you said, we have civilization
But-
somewhat built up, settlements, stuff like that.
Ron, I keep that motherfucking thing on me to pull up.
Everybody, play Fallout. Everybody's strapped. You want ammo and guns? Kill anybody. Everybody's got one in those games.
That's what I'm fucking saying.
The difference is I'm not running out to go kill my neighbor.
But you could.
Fuck your neighbor.
No, I'm
You
just
could.
cooking shit. Like,
He
yo,
might run on and do that.
y'all want some jerk mutated leg? Come over. I got
Actually,
you.
you know what I'd be? I'd be like the cook, but I'll be a snitch. I don't care. If Big's coming at me and be like, give me your shit, and be like, yo, they got better stuff that way.
What do you got?
yeah,
Any
that's
information or goods?
Like, I ain't got nothing good for you that way. I ain't wearing socks. I can't hide shit that way.
If I'm wearing my pair of black Air Force Ones, I'm not going near Corn Dog. He's gonna snitch on me. You guys don't know what that is? Black Air Force Ones mean you're about to do some dirty shit.
Corn Dog would fucking give you guys up for like canned bacon, some stupid shit. It's like, yo,
I'm the one with the canned bacon.
that motherfucker had a potato that's not radioactive. What?
He's like,
Right.
I don't know where he went, but I mean, what you got in that bag? I'll let you know some shit. You feel me?
Fucking Big's like easy Raider. It's like, god damn.
It's the fucking truth, dude. Like,
We're like on two different sides of the street. I'm like, yeah, man, I want to cook some shit. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna take all your shit and fuck all your bitches. Yeah, all right, okay.
Hell, even Fallout had fucking mailmen, dude. They still had a mail system. Even they were strapped.
yeah, that's cool. Give me their mail too. I'll take all the mail. I don't
No, you
care.
can take my neighbor's shit though. I ain't do you no harm.
All right, so we got farmer, we got chef. Well,
Farmer?
chef.
Who the fuck
You guys are being chefs. I don't know. Fuck.
I would rat out my fucking supplier too.
That's
I just be
cool.
sitting there cooking, and they'll be like, "Give me your shit." And be like, "Yo, he's got more."
Fucking arms dealer. Because everybody is gonna fucking need you.
You're gonna be the first one hit up by Brown.
Yeah.
Just target.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Yeah, like
someone did take that through.
Arms dealer.
He's like, "Oh, well, I got robots." I was like, "Damn, dude, that's
So he's
wild."
gonna put a big.
I'm not setting up fucking shop in the middle of fucking nowhere, but it's like easy. You're an arms dealer, and you guys play or you play
And you
New
get
Vegas,
robbed
right?
on the daily.
Yeah.
You play New Vegas. All right. That's where that place is heavily fortified. That's where you have your shop. But you do your black market sales to Biggs people. So you can play both sides of the field. You arm both
Steady's
sides.
corrupt as fuck, dude. Steady's corrupt as
Not
fuck.
as bad as Big. You can
I
supply
own it,
both sides, but you don't.
Not think about it.
You can supply both
I would
sides.
knock
I'm
everyone out, and no one's like, "Yeah, corn dog's corrupt." They're like, "No, he's doing a great job."
Like, let's say
Corn Dog's just a snitch.
no, big grades the settlement corn dog is in. He'll still need corn dogs. Like, all right, we could use a chef. Fuck it.
Yeah, we can
You need
still-
information.
No,
that's it. I'll be the guy that you know.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? You're a strong tank
See,
redemption.
we could
I'm a
all
guy
work
who's-
together.
Yo,
This
he's
is
a fucking
great.
narc. He's a narc. We can't move with him, man. He's gonna tell what's gonna stop him from telling on us to get money.
The fact that we have the guns, we've got the power, the people. We're good. We're good, man. You know
A
what?
snitch is a snitch, no matter what. Look at 6ix9ine. He snitched on everybody.
And then he got out, made a fucking music video, and fucking has a fuck ton of money again.
He's a snitch, though. That was a
So
bad
the
example.
fuck what?
That was a bad example.
Name a successful snitch.
Yeah, that was an easy one, bro.
Actually, no. You guys need a fence. I'd be the fence between Steady and Big. You give me a shit, I give it to him. There's no connection to you.
No, you're a rat. Nobody can trust you, man. I'm
Are
sorry.
you kidding me? I'm the only guy you can trust because I don't trust nobody. Everyone gets backstabbed.
I like how we're starting like we good and evil, and then we're not like, wait a minute, we're all gray. It's all gray zone now.
No,
except for
mine's pretty cut and fucking dry.
well,
Yeah, he's
meaning I have no problem selling guns and bullets to you, and I have no problem selling guns and bullets to Boom.
people that want to protect themselves.
Yeah,
If you
I'm the
steal
guy
shit,
that knows the guy.
if you steal shit from my restaurant, you have to. I don't know, but it's
Throw
not going to
sushi
be
at
pretty.
Big is pulling up and taking the restaurant. We're not gonna steal it. She's taking the whole
Shit,
restaurant.
Yeah, right. Pull up, I dare you.
Which with one?
I dare y'all.
that's an easy cut and dry right there, son.
Gun runners, definitely gun runners from Fallout. Raider over there, you see, and two cooks.
Yeah, homie's gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna take the caravan. That's a fucking sick caravan, dude. You're a real fucking shame. Just saying.
So, thank you guys so much for hanging out on the latest episode of the Other Controller podcast. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, please do hit that bell button so you're notified every time we release a new podcast. Also, subscribe if you liked it. We are also on Audible.
Anchor.
This is the longest episode ever.
We are. Whatever.
Read the fucking cue cards. Here you go.
Have a great week, guys. We love you. Thank you for hanging out. We'll see you next week.
Oh my god.
Leave all that shit in there, dude.